Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Uh, I just got the limo back together after clearing out, doing some clearance for the airbags and replacing one of the airbags that was leaking. So I got the limo back together. We're going to do some uh, pressure testing tonight, make sure everything holds. But the other thing I wanted to do, and you guys can see it here, is there's a big hole right here in the grill, and I wanted to show you what I'm going to do for this grill, what was originally in there, and then what I'm going to do. Because originally this car only had to drive like 50 feet. We're actually going to drive this around town, probably across the country, etc. So we actually needed to run and drive, so we can't use what was in there. For show, it looks great, but this actually needs to go. And by the way, we are brought to you by Rockstar. And I forgot, I didn't sweep any of this stuff up, so I'll show you guys what's down here. That's some of the stuff I cut out of the car. So let me grab a broom quick and get this kind of out of the way so I'm not stepping all over it. We will just do a quick move. But yeah, we took, plasma cutter works really great with tight spots. You guys saw the plasma cutting that I did on the passenger side. So the driver's side was a little bit quicker because I didn't have to get a camera in there. And found the leak in the airbag. I'm just going to set this under here for now because I'm going to have a lot to clean up. No reason to do it twice, right? Also, this is probably the most used tool in the shop. This and a 10 mil, you too can have your own shop. So I'll show you the original grill. Oh my God, this thing is so heavy. So this is the original grill. Wow. These are actually steel pipes. These are steel pipes. This is the original grill that goes right there. And this is all steel tubing. You can see on the backside all the welding. And they did these two mounts, which are up here. And in here, there was also, down here, there was a drop-down license plate thing where the license plate drops down. That's been removed because we run a different license plate setup. But the biggest problem with this setup is that airflow cannot get through here. And we have a 383 stroker. We have a big horsepower engine, requires a lot of cooling. We need air to get through there. Yes, we have fans to help us, but this blocks so much air. Also, it's so heavy. These guys are 40 pounds each. These corners, they're getting redone too, but for now, just need to do the grill. Oh my God. It's so heavy. I hate hauling it around. So what I did, and I don't know what the problem is with this mic. You want to stay put. So my temporary solution is to go with the original. So what I have here are actually two 1980 Cadillac Fleetwood grills. One of them with the logo. I know it's upside down. It can actually, there's two screws here. It can be flipped over. But we're going to do this and put these two guys together. And when we put those two guys together, we're going to cut, let's see if I can do this one piece. We're going to cut this bottom section off. And that will give us the correct height to use this grill in here with some pretty simple mounting. Now, these grills were not cheap. They were about $100 each. So we're going to be kind of careful with them. They were used. They were not anything great, but they're going to work great for this setup. It will also get painted white. And what I don't have is the Cadillac logo is going to get painted gold. Our accent color is gold. So just for the new folks who don't know about this car, the other gold on this car is the keychain. I had to get gold Cadillac keys. They're awesome. And if you're old enough, you know what the square key is for and you know what the round key is for. And this is our remote for the door poppers, and it has a little antenna, and I love that shit. I think that's awesome. So our accent color is gold, and that's kind of the only other gold on the car. If we're going to do something else, then whatever. Might be, I don't think it'll be part of the headlights. We're trying to keep it very simple, very very clean. That was the what Lance and I talked about was classy. And with the hot tub in the back, we're done with classy, but we can try and get as close as possible. I also got an original from the same guy. I got an original Cadillac emblem just for fun. I don't know how long it's going to stay on there. This will not be perfect. We still have these original mount holes where the chrome trim went. And then we have down here where the original mount holes, because there used to be a huge bumper that was on here that went all the way across the car. And there was a bracket there, and there was about 3 inches of space between the actual front of the car and the back edge of the bumper. It was this huge thing. So since this is a very flush nose, we're going to try and stick with that. Plus, it would be really nice with the big V8 in here, it'd be really nice to ditch like 70 pounds of weight. I mean, this thing is heavy as hell. So the question is, how do we put these two pieces together, right? That's going to be the fun part. And I'm going to bring you guys down. I guess I brought you down a little bit. I'll bring you down a little bit more and get you more towards the car. There we go. So as much as I don't want to work on the ground, we're going to. I need to figure out how to get these guys together. The edges are not, I guess the simple way to do it would be to rivet these two together. This is really hard to do. And I'm trying not to hurt these things. So we can't really do that. We need to, because they won't be flush. So we need to grind off these corners, and we can't really use them for riveting. So what we're going to have to do is epoxy in between the two, and we'll do it on the back side so we don't get the front side all bubbly and stuff, even though the front side is going to get painted. I'll take this off too. This is just a couple of, I think these are 10 mil. These are just a couple of little nuts that are kind of a pain. They shouldn't be on there that tight. Oh, they are on tight. Okay. So the Cadillac's going to go in the top left corner. Normally, it's in the bottom left corner. Damn. I put this on here like I didn't want someone to take it. And what's funny is this is a kind of a self-threading thing, and it's on plastic. I don't know what these nuts are called. They are kind of self-tapping nuts, I guess if you want to call that. There's the logo. It just pops right off. But these guys are, they're kind of hollow on the back. Not hollow, but they're just a stamped steel thing. They work okay, but not what we need. So tonight I'm going to do some simple construction and try and figure out the best way to get this in there. So if we just set it in normally, it's gonna be, because I gotta trim some stuff, it's gonna look something like that. So it will look fairly normal. When it's all painted white, it'll get primered and then painted white. It will actually look like a Cadillac. The only odd part is this is gonna be heavy. The chrome part will be heavy here. That's the downside, and that's why I'm doing this aesthetic stuff. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this. Because it would be nice if we just had 5 sections of this, but we're gonna have this bar across here. So the question is, do I cut this top section off and use the bottom section? Whoops, hang on, stay there. Stay there, girl, buddy. Sorry, this is the bottom. Do I cut this top section off and have that match up with this so it would go like that? But then I still have, since it's offset, I would, since it's an odd number, I would still have this bar somewhere. That's the hard part, is trying to get this to match up aesthetically. So if I do it right now, it's going to look like that. And we're going to have 3 sections and then 2 sections with the silver bar here, which isn't really what I want to do. There's no way to do that. I mean, I would have to half this absolutely perfect and half this absolutely perfect. And yeah, I don't think that's going to work out. So if I did it half and half, or if I did it with the silver bar, this is so hard to do. So he doesn't want to stay in there. Okay, stay there. Now, he would have a silver bar there, which is not terrible, but I definitely don't like it. I can't hold, there's nowhere to hold this thing. So he would have, yeah, that looks a little weird. And then I guess if I did the silver bar at the top, I can't, there's no way to hold this in. All right, so you have to do the bottom first. This is the fun part about fabricating stuff, is you never know which way is going to look the best, and it's not going to look any better with that bar up here because it's not halfway down. Halfway down would be right here. So we either have a bar up here or we have a bar down here. That's kind of the way this is going to go. And again, this grill is temporary, so we don't really know which way, we don't really need to have this dead on. We're getting a custom grill done that's going to actually be the Cadillac logo. This badge is going to be the grill, and it's in 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be actually pretty cool. So this is just temporary, but I'd like it to look nice too. I don't want it to look like ass. God, that does not thrill me. The other option would be to cut half of this top off and set it up there, and half of this bottom off, and that way the bar is in the center. I guess that's probably the way to do that. is to do it like halfway. If I really want that silver bar in the front, across the middle, that's the way. Oh God, these things are such a weird shape. And trying to hold it back while looking at it, it's not easy. So that looks a little bit better. And if I did it that way, I wouldn't have to cut either bar, but I would definitely have to do a ton of trimming up here. And if I cut this top, I also lose the support. I lose the support of this top edge, which I'm not thrilled about. I need the support in the middle and the top. So if I just cut this bottom section off, I'll still have this support edge on the bottom, on the lower here. So this is the aesthetically difficult part. There's no really nice way to do this. Why can't I grab this thing? Keeps wanting to not stay there. Yeah, so once I trim these corners down, those guys will crunch together and I can epoxy them together. And then if need be, I can rivet them. I have plastic rivets over there. I can rivet them together in on the sides, on the ends. I guess that should probably be the first step. Trim all this stuff out of the way so that it can slide in and out, and then figure out how it's going to look best once I can slide it in and out as one piece instead of trying to fumble around with it. That's probably the best way to do this. So I'm going to grab the, I guess I'm just going to grab the cutoff wheel. It's going to smell like plastic in here really bad, but it'll be very quick. And I use the flop wheel and trim some of this stuff off so that it'll be easier to slide in and out. Damn it, I really wanted this. Oh, damn. Since it is temporary, I think we're just going to cut this lower section off. I mean, that's the simple way to do it. Yes, it'll be offset because we'll have 3 up top and 2 down here. But I think that's the simple, easy way to do it. This thing just wobbling all over the place. So I'm going to grab the tools and trim off some of this stuff. And maybe just I'll do some zip ties and do a kind of a temporary fit so that we can see sort of what it's going to look like and vertically how it's going to go in there. Vertically, yeah, good job, Kev. Cool. All right, give me a minute. I'm going to move the mic too because I know you guys don't want to hear this. So I'm going to put you over here where it's kind of, why is it folded in? Because you're listening to my heart. Definitely need this right now. All right. Gloves. The nice part is, it is a lot lighter than that huge metal grill. Find it. Top wheel. Batteries. I think I'm missing a battery somewhere. Please, folks. Hearing protection, eye protection, please, please, please. I know everyone's a badass. I know it. Just do it. Just do it. Okay? Just say that guy, this guy. I don't even know how to close this is so weird. Oh. Smells so bad. Okay, remember. It smells so bad. Oh, gnarly 80s plastic. Not good. So I'm gonna use the flap wheel just to clean this stuff up. Stuff like that. Oh, it's so bad. All right. Stuff gets hot and it kind of plastic welds itself. So you break off the slag, plastic slag, if you will. This came out okay. So next up will be these two ends. We do our Cadillac like this, right? Top side here. So we need to cut these sections out on both sides. I know I'm going to catch a lot of crap for, oh, your mount piece, you haven't secured your piece and you're doing all this. A couple of things. Number one, I'm cutting through very old 80s plastic with a very, very hardcore tool. It'll be fine. I promise. Not doing anything out of bounds here. The chances of kickback or anything like that are very low. The part will break before this thing kicks back. So I apologize to the guys who want to hate, but this is actually an okay way to do it. I don't condone it. It's always nice to have someone else holding your piece or mount it in a vise or whatever, but I can't really mount this in a vise. So this is what we get. Cool. That should lay a little bit flatter. I'm going to give it some help here. That was pretty good, actually. Try to be precise because see. Yeah. Now my legs are asleep. But we've got these guys cut out and clean up some of the excess here. And hopefully this, hopefully they lie a little flatter. These guys came out pretty nice. Pretty happy with that. Okay. So where's our Cadillac? This is our bottom, correct? And this is our top. And move my legs here. They're totally asleep right now. All right. Ah. So oh yeah, they are much closer. On this side, we are not hitting. If you look at it from the back, look at it from the back, right? So I think this side is actually, yeah, I think we're okay. Yeah, this is gonna work out good. So it's gonna look something like this. Like it so far. Now we put all the power tools away. Done with those. Plastic on me. Battery's back in the charger. All right. Now we can get a ton of zip ties here. I'm just gonna use these little guys because a bunch of them. Come on, go back. So got a bunch of zip ties here. Because I have this weird thing about zip tie ends. These are weird though. They're not white. They're like super clear. Very odd. So start on the end. And here's a little pro tip for you. You can pre-bend if you're trying to come around corners and stuff. You can pre-bend zip ties, especially if you're trying to come through like a blind hole or something. You can do this, pre-bend it. Kind of flimsy right now. Hopefully. Because I have OCD really bad, I have all the ends go the same way. It's terrible. But I think it serves me well. You're wondering why custom cars take forever and ever. This is one of the reasons. So, I'm going to do two more here. Center line. Two off of the center. Two blanks from this. Okay. Okay. Pretty solid. Put our excess ones away. Discard of the flies away. These are weird. They're super clear. It's not bad. They're just very odd. So we have our grill together, and it's a kind of a single piece now. So now it can go set in here, and we can see sort of how it's going to go. If I cut this bottom piece right at the bottom, it'll fit in here perfect, but I'll have this large metal section, 3 sections down versus 2. Is that a big deal? Kind of. It bugs me to death. So it would have to be like this, and that way we have the center section here, but then I have no support on these top guys. No support on these bottom guys. So the option right now is to do this. I think that is the best way to do it. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys before I epoxy this all together and make sure it stays flat and all that. So what we'll do is in the back, you can see the channel that this leaves in the back all the way through. This will get huge epoxy. I might actually just use liquid nails. Liquid nails will absolutely grip this stuff. And we'll liquid nails this. Let's see the leftover chunks over here. Still on top here too. So this will get liquid nails or epoxy, or maybe even a combination of both. And it's nice because it can go past all the straps, the zip ties. We'll make sure it stays flat and they're both at the same angle, and hopefully not have any squeak through. There's some flex right here, so I'll have to run tape across this on the back to make sure that it doesn't squeeze through. There is, oh, Al just poked me. This plating can actually be sharp, so be careful. But yeah, we'll run liquid nails through here. So I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. You tell me what you think. Should I cut here and down here? Should I half the top and bottom so that this is dead center? Or should I just cut this bottom section off so that it's just the, sorry, it's upside down. So I just cut this bottom section off. And the other nice part is if I cut the bottom section off, it actually lowers the Cadillac, which I do want lower in the car. So if I cut that top half off, is right there. But if I leave that, the Cadillac is lower. I don't think it's a huge thing. I know you guys will pick it apart, no problem. But I will leave it up to you guys. That's why we're doing part 1 tonight. So, and I'll tilt you guys up so you can kind of see what's going on here. The one thing I am going to do tonight is primer this. God, look at this logo. This is going to be a pain. So I'm going to do it all gold, but I have the black in the background that I'm going to have to hand paint. Maybe I should look for a gold one. Anyway, I'll primer this and maybe I just get some gold. Leave the black there. Shit, I don't know how I'm going to paint this now. These things are really hard to put on by hand. I don't know if they have a gold version of this. That's the thing. So I don't know. I'll look around. But I think just painting that stuff gold will be fine. So this is the difference. We have 70 pounds here. Let me see if I can get this. Whoops, I'll bring it back for you guys. These are the differences in the grills. Now you can also see that this one allows a ton more air to go through. Right to the radiator. We have a brand new radiator in this, and I really need that air. So that's why we're ditching this and going with this. This should work out, nicely. But I'll let you guys, I'll look for comments, I'll look for messages from people. You guys can let me know. Do I split it? Or do I just cut the bottom section off? Which do you guys think is the best way to do it? And I'll come back with a part 2 tomorrow because I have to get the grill on here so that this car can move in and out. The other thing I'm doing tonight is testing airbags to make sure we're not leaking anymore. We were leaking with the driver's side front, and we cannot have that anymore. Oh my God, this is such a workout. Look at this damn thing. I will be glad when that goes to the scrapyard. I'll be very glad. So, you guys can let me know. I'm going to take a look at our pressures. There. There you go, buddy. So, in the front, we have 100 and 100, and in the rear, we have 100 and 100. Yep, 100, 100, 100, 100. So, 100 psi on all of the bags. Normally, when it's being driven, it's about 60 to 70, and then all the way down, it goes down. It can actually go down to 0, but all the way down for the lowest thing, we like to go about 20. That's kind of the nice low cruise point. We can go to 0, but it doesn't drive as well. Just put a little bit of air in there so that there's some kind of suspension. I mean, this thing's bouncy as hell as is. So, need to get some suspension in. The one thing that is going in here, we are replacing these, doing some cool stuff with lights. So I won't show that part yet because I'm still testing out lights. I got a couple over there that I want to make sure they fit correctly and work correctly. So we will be doing lights in there because right now there's no lights. You have to drive this during the day. So you guys let me know which way you like on the grill, and we'll get it mounted up. I also, like I said, I got to figure out some kind of trim for these. I haven't, definitely don't want to do a gold trim, do a white, but figured out. Also, I could probably clean the car, right? It's absolutely filthy, but it's getting repainted. So I'd rather jack up the old paint than jack up the new. So that's it for tonight. I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I'm glad you did. Oh, hey, Liz. Yeah. Thanks. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I know the limo is a long-term project and it's not a super cool race car like I normally do or anything like that. But hopefully you guys are kind of enjoying it a little bit, maybe. If you want some fun, I'll give you some fun. Here we go. This is just under 5,000 pounds right now. So it's sticking out of the back of the shop, so I have to push it back into the shop. Wish me luck on this. You guys can watch the struggle. Because I have no grip on my shoes. Top floor is really smooth. There we go. Should stay put right there. A little bit forward where it needs to go. Bring back. Just a spring switch. The problem is I have no grip. Shoes. So just my shoes just slip along. So Caddy's back. Figure out the grill, and we'll actually be in here tomorrow as well during the day. We've got Brian's BMW coming in. We're doing some brake lines on it. You guys are welcome to join us tomorrow. That'll be in the afternoon. Also, the Miata will be back. We'll be going through the Miata before it goes to Florida. So trying to crank out some stuff before the big Florida move. So I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. All the new subscribers, thank you guys very much. I'm so happy that you guys are enjoying this stuff and watching it. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family, whoever you like. I'm going to keep doing this stuff. Even when I'm in Florida, I'm going to be doing the same thing. It'll just be a different shop. And like I said, if there's something you guys want to see, let me know. I can try and find it, bring it up here. We can do cool stuff. If it's something really specific, brake lines on a 1982 TR8, you can get really specific, and I'll try to do that. But for the most part, we've got a cool collection of cars that normally come by here, so we can usually get something really close. But if it's a Bizarro, whatever, I'll see if I can find it either here or down in Florida. But yeah, I appreciate you guys and everyone that's watching. I love that stuff. It's so cool to get all the messages from YouTube that, hey, I got a couple messages last week or earlier this week. Hey, I love your stuff. Keep doing it. I got a couple of those, and then just watching. More and more people subscribe. That means that you guys like it. I think that's great because I love doing it. And I don't get paid a dime. YouTube doesn't pay me anything. I have no sponsors. No one does anything. I do this all on my own dime. So that makes me feel good when you guys say you like it and I see subscribers, adding up. That's pretty cool. That's my reward. You guys are getting something out of it. That's a reward enough for me. So thank you. Thanks. Seriously, that's a sincere one. And yeah, tomorrow we'll do the grill on the limo tomorrow, probably in the evening, because I'll talk with the other guys that are going to come by tomorrow and see if we can figure out a good way to do it. The axles on the MR6 are coming this week. I got them back from Brian, but I got to get them faced. So we'll get those done. So we'll have a bunch of car stuff this week, and packing up for the trip to Florida. So yeah, you guys are welcome to hang out. I'll try and get in here earlier because I know the East Coast people. It's a normal time for me, but it's super late for you guys. So we'll see how that goes. I'll try and get in here earlier. I know you left coast folks and people in Europe, you guys love that. When I'm in here at midnight, you're like, yeah, that's perfect. So I'll try and vary it up so everyone gets a little bit of time. But don't forget, it's still over on the channel, so you can watch it anytime and scroll through. So yeah, that's about it for tonight. I wanted to make sure that we got a solid grill to work with and figure out a way to do it. And like I said, your comments and your notes and text messages and stuff will tell me which way to do the cut. So we'll see tomorrow night how that poll ends up. I'll give you guys some time to think about it. So yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out tonight. Again, I appreciate it. And don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on the tip of their nose, hold their hand, give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it's far more important for you. All right, thanks everyone. I'll catch you tomorrow. We'll be here in the afternoon. All right, thanks. Have a great night.